hope you're having a fabulous day. I am going to be doing an earring project today that I've been really wanting to do, and it's going to be using beads from the Sam's Bead box for March. This was their 5th anniversary box, and it's called Rachel's Favorites. And she does a lot of bead weaving with seed beads and stuff that I know. So there was a lot of like smaller beads in the box, and so I'm going to be using some of those. I'm going to be using these 4 strands here. The peach moonstone, the rainbow Picasso fire polish, the orange hessonite garnet little itty bitties that are so sparkly, and the more of the fire polish check glass. These were like the turquoise bronze. So I'm going to be using these 4 strands, and I'm going to be making a wire frame for the earrings, and I'm going to use silver, even though I know this box is copper and stuff, but I'm a silver girl, so I'm going to use silver wire for the frames, but I'm going to use the copper drops on the bottom and copper wire to place my beads, just because I'm really into like mixed metal looks these days. So that's what we're going to be doing. I'm going to get out my wire. We're just going to get right into it. Okay, so I have 2 pieces of the Beadalon German style wire in 18 gauge, and I have cut them in to 6 inches. And I'm going to use the artistic wire mandrel tool, and I'm going to start with the triangular shape on there. And I'm going to place the wire right on that bottom piece, and I'm going to try to get it centered on the wire. And I'm going to bend that around the mandrel like that. And that's going to give it that like a triangular shape. Start like that. It's going to be just like a big V. So I have my big V shape there. And I'm doing both of them at the same time so that I can get them to be, you know, like the same shaping. Sometimes if you do them separately, they tend to sometimes come out in different shapes. So then I can take the triangular one off, put the round one on. And I am a huge Sarah Lovecraft fan, so I have learned a lot from her, and this tool was one of the tools she recommended, and I just absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite tools. So once I have my V shape, now I'm going to place it around the round mandrel, and I'm going to try to keep them together. And I'm going to go one size up from the bottom. There we go. Just right to where that V part is still sticking out, your point. And then I'm just going to start wrapping that around like that. And now we have kind of a funky leaf shape. Sounds a little bit funky. So I can put it back on the mandrel and then cross those wires over like that. Kind of smooth it down with my finger. Oh, my plum purple nail polish matches my mandrel today. Okay. And then I'll do the same for that one. Just come and push down those wires like that. So now I can come in with my pliers, and I'm going to bend that one straight up like this, and this one I'm going going to, right as it's crossing over that top wire, I'm going to give that a little bend like that. And now I can take this wire and wrap it around. That top wire. Just like that. And I'm going to try to make that go around to the back. And you do want to be gentle when you are holding this shape so that you don't get it too much out of the shape that you want. All right, I'm going to trim off what I don't need. We have a little leaf. I'm just going to continue on with this first one here, and I'm going to do the second one later. All right, I'm going to get out my block, bench block here, and I'm just going to hammer this a little bit. I think my kids have ran off with my hammer. Hold on one moment. Flip it over, do the other side. Okay, and this is my rawhide mallet. That's going to work hard in my shape. So now I'm going to start. Whoa, sorry about that. I have to try to be more gentle when I set things down on my table. Okay. I'm going to decorate my frame now with some beads. And let me cut my strands open. Okay, I'm going to use, this is actually antique brass, honestly, but, you know, it's close enough. It looks like copper. It's copperish. It's copperish. So this is 24 gauge. So I'm going to start with, I don't know, 7-8 inches of that. And then I'm not sure how I want to do the top first yet. I either want to put a bead on the top or just do a loop. I'm not sure yet. So I'm just going to take it right here, and I'm just going to start wrapping it around my frame. And by the way, if you guys want to check out the full unboxing for this box, you can go to the Sam's Bead Shop YouTube channel. I know I haven't done a video in a while. I have like designs from the previous boxes that I didn't do a video for, and I was wondering if I should do like a show and tell video and just show like the designs I did for, you know, December, January, February. Anyway, okay. I kind of wanted to start kind of like halfway. And I'm gonna leave my tail on there just in case I want to like wrap it around some more or adjust it at some point. So I think I wanted to go like big to small, big, and then small. So I think I'm gonna do the peach moonstone first. And we're gonna see how many beads it will take to fit across our frame. This peach moonstone is so pretty. Okay, so it looks like 5 is too many, so it's gonna be 4. You know what, now that I'm thinking about it, I think the peach moonstone should go in the middle. Okay, changing it up. Peach moonstone's gonna go in the middle. I'm gonna start with a smaller. I'm going to start with I know I didn't put a bead mat out, so all my stuff's flying around. Okay, we're gonna do the smaller first. I think I'm gonna end up liking that better. And this one obviously is going to need more beads to go across the frame because it is a smaller bead. That still has the string attached to it. Okay. It's sliding down on me. Just got to put it back to where I wanted it. So it looks like it's about 6 beads. So I'm going to hold that in place and I'm going to wrap around the base. Pull it through and then pull it tight. And then wrap it around a few more times. Okay. You can use your nails or your pliers and you can pinch your wraps closer together. I think I'll do one more time. Pull that around. You can use your finger to pop it through the frame and then pull it out. So now we're going to do another row, and now we're going to do the peach moonstone. And I think that's going to look better with the larger in the middle. Changing it up from how I had it laid out. And it needs a little bit more space, so I'm going to wrap around the frame 2 more times. So it's about like 5 or 6 wraps. I need a little bit more space for these beads because they're a little bit bigger. So they're gonna go right underneath that first row. You've probably seen this style before. I was hoping I could fit 4 in there, but it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to. Maybe if I scoot it up a little bit. Ooh, there we go. All I had to do was scoot it up a little bit on the frame and I can fit my 4 moonstone, peach moonstone. Oh my goodness, these are gonna be so pretty. All right, I'm gonna wrap the wire around on the other side. One, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So now we're going to make another row, and let's see, we're going to do the hessonite garnet. And then the rainbow fire polish. And these are itty bitties. That's so sparkly. There seems to be a lot of shadowing in here right now. Sorry about that. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. 7, 8, 'and I need a few more on there to go all the way across. Uh-oh, there's one on the floor. That one's a goner. These are itty bitty. I'm not gonna be able to find these on the ground. Especially because I have hardwood floors too, and this like basically like camouflage. All right, we're almost there. We need 2 more. And then I think that will be enough to go across. And it is going to be kind of sliding around on you a little bit. So you can always just readjust your wraps in your lines there to make sure that's all lining up. And I think I have 1 too many, so I'm going to take one off. And that's going to do it. So hold it in place and wrap that around the base. One, 2, 3, 4, and and 5. And then I'll use my plier to squish those wraps together. All right, now all we need is a couple of these fire polish Rainbow Picasso. And I want to make sure I get this one that has like this purplish tone on there. So one, looks like it might only be 3 that goes across there. One, 2, 3. How cute is that? Yeah, I think that one's good. Or I could do this one that has a little bit more of the copper tone in there. Let's see if that one looks better than the lighter one. What do we think? No, that one's kind of blending in with the garnet. I like this one. Oops. Yeah, that kind of pops out more. All right, hold that in place. And we'll wrap that around, keeping it that row right snug next to that top row. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if it gets tricky in this small space, you can use your plier to grab the wire and pull it through the frame. And then just tuck that up into place, squeeze your wires, your wraps there. How cute is that? All right, have your wires then coming to the back of the frame, pull it snug. And then you can trim it off. Look at that, was like almost perfect. I only had this much wire left. That was totally perfect amount. And then we can come back up to this top one. And then kind of tighten that down. Maybe wrap it around one more time. And pull it tight. To the back and trim that off. And you can take your pliers and then squeeze it down. There we go. How cute. I love it when an idea comes to life. I just love it. All right. That's basically it. This drop is going to drop on the bottom, and then we're going to do the top, add an ear wire. Our earring is done. And let's see, jump ring. I need a jump ring. Little handy dandy jump ringy. Just a little 4mm. If you guys are looking for jump rings, I get these on Amazon. They are called Bead Nova. Bead Nova, and I really like these jump rings. They come in these nice little cases and stuff too. The 4mm I use the most. I use smaller tip rings the most, but I also have the 6mm. Okay. We'll attach our little drop. Right to the bottom there. Like if you wanted to keep going with this, you could keep going and add beads to fill the whole thing if you wanted to, but I wanted to have the space on the top and then the bottom of that, our shape. How cute! Isn't that mixed metal just so fun? The copper tones in the beads. And then there's a little bit of the copper tone on the sides here with using that darker wire there. That's really cute. Okay, so do I want to put a bead on the top? I probably do. I usually do. Or do I just want to make a loop? And then to continue with the mixed metal look, I could use a copper ear wire. Let's see, maybe peach moonstone on top? Oh yeah, I kind of like that. Kind of liking that. Let's see, what other beads could I maybe use? I don't know what I did with the rest of my beads. By the way, my next video will be the newest box, Lavender Love, the April box. This is absolutely gorgeous. I love purple and green. I already have this one sitting here. This will be my next project, I think. But, you know, I feel like I had to do this one first because this box came first. Does anyone else like feel like that? Like if they have beads that they got first, that they have to use those first before they can use the newest one? Or is that just me? I don't know. Okay. Let's see if it needs a bigger bead on top. Like I could do turquoise. That's probably too big. Sometimes I like it a little bit wider bead on the top. But I don't know. Maybe it doesn't need it. Like I could have gone like smaller. I could have used some of these, a little turquoise saucers. There's lots of possibilities for this design. Smaller beads. I could do one of these on top. Alright, I think I'm overthinking it. Let's just stick with what we got, the peach moonstone. I'm gonna fix these wraps just a little bit right here. It's kind of sticking out. I could do darker on top, copper. I think I'll do the copper fire polish on top because I actually didn't use it here. And I think that matches well with the drop on the bottom. So now I'm just going to make a loop on the top. 1-step looper tool. And there we go. It is done. You always come in with your round nose and adjust that loop a little. How cute. It just needs an ear wire. And it is done. So cute. I hope you guys enjoyed this project. I will make the second earring and I will take a picture and post it at the end. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'm not really in this to, you know, get a ton of subscribers. You know, just if you want to subscribe, you can. Basically, I'm just doing this to have fun, play with my beads, hopefully maybe inspire you. And I do have a group on Facebook if you want to check that out. And it's called Jess Jewelry Treasures Collective Group. And you can post pictures of your work or whatever jewelry related stuff you want to. And thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.